What's up, Narshan here. I've been doing movement training for the last 6 years, and today I'm going to react to the top finishes of Conor McGregor, the non-sexual ones. Yeah. I wanted to react to Conor because of two reasons. One is because he does a lot of movement training in the way that he trains, even before he met Aldo, before the Aldo fight. You can see that he does a lot of movement stuff. He moves very differently, and it's really hard for people to anticipate what he's going to do. And the second reason is because UFC, MMA, and martial arts are a huge part of the movement world. They incorporate so many different elements of the movement world inside it, like working on flow, on tempo, on smoothing out movements, on quality of movement, on speed, on explosiveness, on strength, so many things. But I think what's really unique about martial arts is the fact that you go against other people. So there's this element of randomness and reactiveness that you don't have anywhere else. When you don't go against other people, everything is really controlled. Obviously, it depends on what you do, but it's relatively very controlled. And when you fight people, there is so much chaos. It's so different. And you have to play a game of not only moving with your body, but you also have to be very aware with your brain of thinking what the other person is doing, how am I going to react, on what level he is, what does he think that I'm going to do. It's really interesting. I personally did jiu-jitsu for 1 year, and as a kid I did like 4 years of taekwondo. But I would love to continue doing BJJ, but my knee is injured, so I couldn't really continue so much, but I love it. I really love that game of analyzing other people, seeing how they react, and doing your own thing. It's so cool, it's so unique from each person, and I'm just ranting off way too much. Anyway, we're going to react to Conor, so let's start.
McGregor well in control. Alvarez getting loose, getting better here in this.
So you can see he's in control. He's so calm and relaxed, and that really confuses the people that he fights. And he does things so differently, so cool.
Round though.
Oh man.
Until that.
Oh, he's done. He's done.
History has been made. Conor McGregor is the UFC lightweight champion.
What a performance. Did it flawlessly. Look at this counter. Boom, over the top, on the jaw. Right hand. And a big one to the temple. Right hand behind it. Alvarez goes down, and he's essentially done.
It's insane how you see these moves in real time and in normal speed, and most of the time they don't seem like that explosive and big, but then you watch the replay and the slow-mo and you see how much it affects, how much it connects to someone's face and body, and yeah.
Done there. I mean, Eddie Alvarez can take a tremendous punch, but Conor's accuracy and power was just too much for him.
He didn't come here to take part. He came here to take over. Nice slip and a little counter. You can see how comfortable on the feet McGregor is.
It's unbelievable. Look at the angles. He circles. He can fight going forwards.
Okay, you just watch the way he moves. It's so different. I don't want to rant off too much because I know some of you will get annoyed that I pause so much. But it's important. You can see how he moves so differently. He does like whatever he wants, and I love the fact that he is like embracing his uniqueness inside it. And because he does that, you can't really anticipate what he's going to do, because a lot of people didn't really see anyone moving like him.
He can fight going backwards. Look at that uppercut. Now,
Over the top, looking to finish it here.
Conor
McGregor, another first-round win.
Wow.
Ultra impressive UFC debut.
Look at the uppercuts. It all started with the uppercuts. That's what.
Okay, so that's long ago when he didn't have the hair or that tattoo, I think.
And it's nice posture for striking from Conor McGregor, really throwing the legs to the side, landing a nice big shot.
Okay, so you can see he's positioning himself really well on his body and making sure he doesn't fall, and he has a good angle to fight him and to punch his head. He's really good at, I wouldn't say he's the best at grappling and at jiu-jitsu, because all of us saw what Khabib did to him, but Khabib is on another level, right? But anyway, it's really interesting to see someone who's really, really good at striking and also at jiu-jitsu and grappling. It's such like, what I love about it is that it makes, as much as you can, it makes someone a generalist a lot, because he doesn't, well, they do, they really do specialize, but it's a lot less than before, than what it used to be. Now, almost every UFC fighter has to know jiu-jitsu, some grappling and striking, and it used to be just one, you know? So people having a wider base of skills is something I really enjoy to watch, because you have a more complete person, a more complete fighter. So it's cool.
Trying to hurt Janssen with some shots, and I think he's having some success with those shots.
Yeah, Janssen forced to scramble forward, but he's left himself open
Yeah,
for
so
a
he's
pretty
pushing
nasty
him with
crossface
the
from Conor
waist.
McGregor.
Loads of time, Conor. Loads of time.
Yeah, no tattoo.
But he's got lots of time, and he's picking his shots wisely. Janssen just covering at the moment.
Oh, lovely left knee to the rib. He was sitting in that side wedge position, but now just pinning the head.
That's hard.
Conor McGregor. Janssen's going to have to do something here.
And that's it. Neil Hall has put
Rough,
the halt
that
to
was
this.
rough.
Janssen was not intelligently defending
just
himself.
grilled him.
Conor McGregor wins by ground and pound and asks for a reaction from the crowd, which he gets.
Yeah, good display from the Irishman. A slightly more measured approach than usual, but getting the job done once again with some vicious.
Brandao.
McGregor always kind of just in range, but far enough away from danger
so
as he starts
confident.
teeing off.
Brandao
Oh,
looks
Brandao.
hurt. Brandao looks hurt. This could be the end.
Big left.
This could be an early stoppage. Another
McGregor
first
comes
round
in.
for McGregor.
Too much.
This could be it.
That is it. It is
Wow.
over, and Conor McGregor is victorious. The crowd go absolutely wild.
Wow.
I don't even think I had Ireland in my head before I watched him. Not because I didn't know this country exists, but because it wasn't as, you know, you wouldn't think about it too much. I'm sure it's a gorgeous country, but I've never like really thought about it so much until he brought it up so much. And I think the PR he did for Ireland is just something that no one else could ever do. It's insane.
Here we see a beautiful long left hand, and then nice follow-up on the floor, ground and pound. But for my money, the job was already
now
done
it
when
gets to a
Brandao
point
hit
where
the
it's
ground.
like
It
too
was
much.
game, set, and match for McGregor.
grinds him.
Fantastic performance, a good body shot there. Possibly took.
Oh, he
Poirier.
tagged him with the left, Mike. He hurt
And
him.
up top.
Oh yeah.
He hurt Poirier with that left.
He's very good at utilizing all of his reach, turning that shoulder, fighting long. 90 seconds in. Right in.
Dude, the confidence you have to walk into some of the best fighters in the world with your hands down, like taunting them, like come at me, because he wants to get them out of their shell. It's so unique, man.
In front of
He's
him.
talking to him now,
Oh, yeah.
Mike.
Hands at his hips. Having
Oh,
a
he heard him.
conversation. Looking to finish the fight.
That's it. Wow.
Oh,
That's the real deal, ladies and gentlemen. Make no mistake about it. Conor McGregor is for real. And he really did just make it look easy. He said he would make it look easy. He made it look easy.
He said, first round KO. Mark my words. All right, Conor, we believe you.
It was an absolutely legitimate
Oh.
stoppage. I mean, that was just glorious. No one's ever done that to Poirier before. McGregor's the real deal, man. There's no doubt about it.
wow.
O'Keefe perhaps worried a little in that opening exchange, but settling into.
So that's back then. I don't think I've ever watched this fight, and you can see it's back then because his hair and his lack of tattoo on his chest.
His rhythm now.
We saw against Dean Riley that he worked for a head and arm triangle from this position where he twisted it down
Right.
to the mat. He looks to be going for that again.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
Keeping
good
himself
down
balanced
immediately,
really
trying
well.
to Get that grip. You can see McGregor's going to have to be very careful not to let his frame fold. And Steve O'Keefe is squeezing
Nice.
for everything
Nice.
he's got. Oh, opting to drop low though immediately. Conor McGregor getting
Oh.
good underhooks into.
So it's really interesting to see an MMA fight if you did jiu-jitsu, because it's so different, right? Because if it would just have been a jiu-jitsu fight, you would see some some guillotine in positions like this, but MMA is so much more realistic and close to real life. So you see things that would be very normal and obvious in jiu-jitsu here are completely different. If someone comes to you in this position with his head beneath your hands, you're gonna pummel him. You're not even gonna strangle. It's so different and interesting to watch.
To defend, and again the inside elbows coming in.
Becoming very effective this evening.
Oh, he just pummeled him like so hard.
Noticing Steve O'Keefe was out, unconscious from those strikes.
Wow.
The kind of power that guy can generate is scary for any featherweight in this division.
And here's the end of the bout. Nearly 10 unanswered elbows, and that was good night for Steve O'Keefe.
Wow.
Uppercut. McGregor
Mendes.
Can't stand in front of him like this.
That fight was horrible because you can see so much blood on the floor. It's insane.
Mendes fires back. Looks for another
Right.
takedown.
That was a good one.
Not this
Conor
time.
stuffed it with 20.
Conor just has so much confidence, man. I've never seen anyone walking. Maybe Michael Venom Page I've seen with confidence similar to him, but it's insane. He'd like, well, no, you're not gonna get it. It's insane.
Seconds to go. Big, deep breaths by Chad
Ooh.
Mendes.
Listen to this place.
Oh, big shots by McGregor.
Look at the clock closely. 10 seconds.
Oh,
he's out.
no, he got
Could
him.
he finish him here? Conor McGregor is a UFC interim featherweight champion.
Wow.
Chad had a very good round on top, but with seconds ticking away, Conor McGregor went to work, and he finished the fight. And he's the interim featherweight champion.
Oh, wow.
The face.
You see the form, the technique from this position, from this point of view. You can see how he like generates all of his power from his legs and hip. And wow. This is just amazing to watch. Like this specific like point of view in slow motion is insane.
Of a fighting nation who said he did not come here to take part, he came here to take over. Herb Dean stops the fight.
Again looking for the rear naked choke. He's got good inside wrist control with that other hand.
Looking to isolate and trap
This is classic jiu-jitsu, by the way. Classic.
that arm. Dave Hill was wise to it as we get
Yeah.
set for a minute
Oh,
left
he's got
in
the
this
body
round.
triangle now, and look at the extension he's getting on his hips as he arches in to the back of Dave Hill.
Dave Hill has never been submitted.
It's a
He's
lot of
never been
pressure.
stopped. There it is. Conor McGregor is victorious. A fantastic performance from Conor McGregor, who steals the title in a beautiful way,
Yeah.
submitting
He knows his
Dave
shit.
Hill to earn himself championship gold.
Aldo. Okay, this is the one. This fight was so funny to me and amazing at the same time because Conor just shit talked to him for so long and did so many just trash talked him so much, and Aldo was like, I'm just gonna f you up, like after I'm the champion, like there's no way you're gonna even win. And you can see Aldo was so pissed, and this entire thing was over so quickly. It was so funny, man. So funny.
Go! Green trunks for the southpaw, the notorious Conor McGregor. Black trunks for the champion, Jose Aldo Jr.
Conor relaxed and smiling. Oh no! He slept him!
Conor McGregor is the new UFC featherweight champion of the world!
Oh, unbelievable!
That was hard to watch.
Oh my God! The first punch he threw slept him. It was a straight left, and Aldo connected with a left right afterwards as he was getting knocked out.
Oh, this is so brutal, man. You can see his body was like completely frozen, falling, and then you see him like keep going, like smashing into him.
And then hammer fist, out cold, boom. Doesn't get any cleaner than that, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, yeah, they just cut it just a second before it happens. Oh, that was so rough. So rough. Watching this was insane. I remember watching it and I was so surprised to see, because here in Israel, the airing time that the UFC has is like 3 a.m. sometimes, and like not very reasonable hours. So I woke up and I went to YouTube to see like the fight and see what happened. And all I saw was like a 13 seconds or 20 seconds video. And I was like, what's going on? Like, can someone like show me the real like fight? Like, why can't I find it? And then after like being frustrated for like 10 minutes for not finding it, I was like, okay, let's watch whatever we do have. And I was so surprised to see that like after 13 seconds, he like completely destroyed him. It was insane. But listen, you can say it's skill. It's obviously a lot of skill, but there was obviously like other factors in it. If I'm not mistaken, they had a rematch and he won again, I think. I'm really not sure. It's for some reason it's in my head as if it did happen. Anyway, it's insane. So seeing MMA fighters is always like really, really cool. Seeing the movements, the technique that they're using, seeing the improvisations is insane, and seeing them dealing with other people, the mentality of everything, learning to connect movements, learning to improvise. It's beyond like amazing. I love it. The problem I see with a lot of MMA fighters and fighters in general is having this type of shoulders where everything is like closed, which is very functional for their sport, right? Because they don't want to have a lot of presence, physical presence when they're boxing. They don't want it to be very easy to hit them. They don't want to have a lot of space to take, which is obviously really understandable. But when you take the point of view as a mover, as someone who is a generalist, or someone who has a body that wants to move his body not only in a fighting position, in a fighting point of view, having this is very limiting. And obviously when you're a professional fighter, that's what you make money from, and that's your living and everything, and you can obviously understand it. But what I would really love to see is fighters after finishing their career working on opening themselves up, on correcting a lot of the highly specialized skills they have, on balancing their imbalances in their body because of years and years of just being here. I would love to see it, because I think it can really make them more complete as a mover, if they want to, obviously. Anyway, let me know if there are other fighting videos you'd like me to react to, other videos of Conor or other really good fighters, because I love it. It's so like raw and cool and really realistic, and there's no like bullshit around it. It's not just performance, it's real life in some way. I love it. It's really, really cool. So if you have anyone else you want me to react to, let me know down in the comments. If you want to learn about movement training and join our amazingly positive and supportive community around the movement world, you're welcome to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Anyway, have a good day and peace.